So this is part 3 portion of AP. The previous two videos connected to the first and the second exercise. This is part 3, wherein we start with the fourth question of this exercise. So how many terms of AP must be taken so that sum is 636? A is given to us as 9. D we can find by subtracting second minus first term. Sn is given as 636. So Sn formula is n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 into d. N is the only term that is missing out of this, so everything else is filled up with their relevant values. So we end up by getting, so we get this, and then when we simplify you get 18 plus 18 minus 8. 18 minus 8 is 10, 10 plus 18. I can take 2 common out from this. Well, I can take 2 common out from this. The 2 will get cancelled with this 2, so to that extent we can simplify this equation. Otherwise, generally what we do is we bring the 2 to this side. So we multiply 636 with 2. That makes the equation more, value wise higher. So it's better you cancel the terms then and there. So you come to an equation which is of this form, which is purely a quadratic equation. So a quadratic equation, is standard form is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, where x equals minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. Here the equation is in terms of x, so the roots are x. Here the equation is in terms of n, so root we are finding will be n values. A is 1, B is 5, C is minus 636. Applying all values into the formula, you get minus 5 plus or minus root over B square minus 4ac, that's 4 into A value into C value. So minus of minus is plus, therefore we get 25 plus 16 into 636 divided by 4 into 2, which is 8. Now 16 into 636 is 10,176. Adding 25 to that, you get 10,201. Now, let's find the square root of this number by the long division method. By the division method, you can find it by prime factorization also, but I think anyway you have to learn the square root, so that will come handy always. So 10,201 square root. In order to find a square root of the number, take the number, split the numbers into two terms from the right towards the left. Right towards the left. So I'm going to right towards the left. So break it as two terms. So 0, 1, 0, 2 and then 1. So that's why you see me dropping a comma over here. So a comma here and a here. Now first I'm going to consider 1. Now take a square number close to 1. Take a square number close to 1 or less than 1. So here 1 into 1 will give me 1. So 1 into 1. Imagine if this number was, say if this was 7. Then I would have taken 2 into 2, 4. Because 3 into 3 will give me 9, and which is more than 7. So therefore, if this number was 7, then I would have gone for 2 times. So anyway, it's 1 here, so 1 times will do. So 1 times 1 minus 1 is 0, so no numbers is coming down. Next, I'll bring next 2 digits down. The next 2 digit is 0, 2. So that is brought down 0, 2. And after you bring the digits down, the quotient is 1 here. Whatever quotient you get, multiply that with 2 always and put it over here. So 1 into 2 is 2. Imagine if I get 2 here, I'll do 2 into 2 and I put 4 over here. So here it is 1 into 2, 2. Then just draw a box to indicate that we're going to find a number over there. Now, whatever number I place in the inside the box, as of now I didn't place any number, it's just a box here. Whatever number I place inside the box, it forms a 2-digit number, wherein I have to divide a number called 02, which is just 2, a one-digit number. So my dividend is less than the divisor, hence I cannot proceed with the division. So I have to bring the next two digits down. When I have to bring the next two digits down, I'll fill this digit with 0. So the same 0 is placed over here. Then drop another box. I didn't have space, so it went into the division area. Usually it should come here. So the box will come here. Now, the number that I can take here, so see, it's 20 already, now I took 1. Now if I took 1, I will put 1 here. If I put 2, I'll put 2 over here. So what number I take here based on what I need to get. So I need 201. So if I put 1 here, this forms a 201. And whatever number I drop in the box, the same I'll drop it over here also. So 201 into 1 is 201. And then, so remainder 0. So square root of 10,201 is 101. So 101 minus, so you split the plus and minus. N cannot be negative because N indicates the number of terms. So you ignore the negative value and you consider only the positive value. So N equals. So the next sum, where A is 5, AN is 45, SN is 400, D and N is missing. So using AN, I'm starting with AN. Using AN, I know AN value, A value, N and D is missing. So I managed to get a relationship between N and D as 40 equals to N minus 1 into D. So I'm keeping this as it is and moving to Sn now. Sn is equal to n by 2 to a plus n minus 1 into d, wherein we know the value of Sn, we know the value of a, and that's it. We don't know anything else apart from that. So simplified that. So you come to this point. Now n minus 1 into d value, we got it as 40. So let's substitute that. So then it is easy, just n is missing. So 10 plus 1, 10 plus 40 is 50. 50 and 2 cancels 25 times. 25 and 400 cancels 16 times. So n is 16. So once n is 16, next is to find d. So go for this relationship between n and d. 40 equals to 16 minus 1 into d. So d equals to 8 by 3. Okay, so next question, sixth one. An equals to 350. An is a plus n minus 1 into d equals to 350. A is 17. 17 plus n minus 1 into 9 equals to 350. So n minus 1 into 9 is equal to 350 minus 17. And 350 minus 17 works out to 333. So n minus 1 into 9 is equal to 333. Dividing it by 9, 9 cancels this 37 times. So n is equal to 38. When n is 38, Sn equals n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d, or you can even do n by 2 into a plus an. So I am doing the second way. N we found it as 38, 38 by 2, a is 17, an is 350. So 38 by 2 is 19, 19 into 367. 19 into 367, the answer is 6973. So this is the sixth. N is 2, D is 7, A22 is 149, Sn we need to find in the seventh one. So A22 equals to 149. So that means A plus 21D equals to 149. And when we know D as 7, A plus 21 into 7 equals to 149. So A plus 147 equals to 149. A equals 149 minus 147. So A equals to 2. Now after finding A, next we need to find Sn, because to find Sn, we cannot find Sn without finding A value. So Sn equals n by 2 into A plus L or A plus Al. Want to see the question one more time? Question number, okay, sum of first 22 terms is they ask. So it's not Sn but it's S22. So S22 is equal to 22 by 2, A, that is the first term which we found it as 2, and last term which is A22, 149. So 11 into 151. So that would be the answer for this. So hence we get an answer of 1661 for this one. Now let's move. A2 is 14 in the next question. A3 is 18, S51 they want us to find. See, A2 means second term is 14. Second term is A plus D, which is A plus n minus 1 into D formula. So A plus D equals to 14. A3, 18, this way we get A plus 2D equals to 18. So I get two linear equations. Solve and find the value of A and D. Once you find A and B, find S51. S51 equals n by 2, that's 51 by 2, 2a plus 51 minus 1 into d, that's 2a plus 50d. I took 2 common out from this, cancel with the denominator. So 51 into 10 plus 25 into 4, where I'm substituting a value and d value. With this I found S51 value as 561. So ninth question, S7 is given, S17 is given. Now when you see this question, that is said that sum of 7th term is 14 and that of the 17th term. So this particular word is used in the sum which says that of the 17th term. So that of the 17th term simply means that it is also the sum of the 17th term. So 7th term is 49, 17th term sum is 1 to 17th term sum is 289, and they want us to find Sn. When they ask us to find Sn, simply Sn means n in terms of n. Sn in terms of n. So Sn in terms of n means A and B we need to find. Only then we can generate Sn only in the form of n. So Sn is 49. Sn expansion is 49 by n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. N is 7 here. So 7 by 2, 2a plus 7 minus 1 into d, which is 2a plus 16. As I told you in the beginning, try to simplify then and there. Don't take it to a last step to simplify. It won't work. So take 2 common out and I cancel the denominator 2. So then this 7 and 49 get cancelled. So remaining is a plus 3d equals to 7. Then S17 is 289. S17 is 17 by 2, 2a plus 16d. Again, I like to cancel whatever possible to cancel. So I took 2 common out from this. 2 get cancelled. 17 and 289 get cancelled 17 times. So a plus ab equal to 17. Solve equation 1 and 2 by elimination method. You will find ds2 and as1. Now get into Sn. Sn is n by 2 to a plus n minus 1 into b. N we don't know and we don't have to find either because we need in terms of n. So n will remain n, all the other terms will be substituted. So a is 1, d is 2, n remains n. 2 into 1 is 2, 2n minus 2 plus 2 minus 2 get cancelled. So remaining is n by 2 into 2n. So 2 and 2 get cancelled. So general format of Sn is n square. So 10th question is a very important question. 10th and 11th are very, very important sum for 1 mark as well as for many other entrance exams that you're going to write in future. So this is very important, and put a star to this question. So an is a plus 3 plus 4n here. So that means they have expressed an in terms of n by considering a and d values already. Usually an is a plus n minus 1 into d. But they have considered a and d values and they've made it into in terms of n. Like in the previous sum we found Sn in terms of n. Like that, here an is given already in terms of n. So what matters to us is to find the first, second and third term. N cannot be negative, so n starts from 1. When n is 1, a1 is 3 plus 4 into 1, 7. When n is 2, a2 is 3 plus 4 into 2, 11. When n is 3, a3 is 3 plus 4 into 3, 15. So we know the first three terms now, 7, 11, 15. Once you know the first three terms, whatever they ask, you can find it very comfortably. A is 7, D is 11 minus 7, which is 4. So then we head into S15. S15 is 15 by 2, 2A plus 14D. Right? I can take 2 common out, cancel with this 2. Remaining is A plus 17. Now let me apply the A and D values. 7 plus 7 into 4. So 28 plus 7, 35. 35 into 15, 525. So this way we found the sum of first 15 terms. Next I'm going to start with the 11th one, where Sn is 4n minus n square. Using n as 1, 2 and 3, we find S1, S2 and S3. Now first term and sum of first term is same. So S1 and A1 is same because there is nothing to add before A1. S2 is actually A2 plus A1, right? And S3 is A1 plus A2 plus A3. So, when we know S1, S2, S3, S1 will be equal to A1, S2 minus S1 is A2, S3 minus S2 is A3. So, S1 is A1, S2 minus S1 is A2, S3 minus S2 is A3. Alright, so we find the first term, we find the second term, we find the third term. So that means we know the first three terms of the series. And with that, we can find n number of terms comfortably. Whatever they ask for, we can directly find that. So if they ask for the first term here is 3, second term is, so first term is 3, second term is 1, third term is minus 1, so A is 3, B is 1 minus 3, which is minus 2. Now let us see what all they are asking us to find. They are asking us to find third term, 11th term, 10th term and nth term. So third term is A plus 2D, which is 3 plus 2 into minus 2. Then they want 10th term, which is A plus 9D. So 3 plus 9 into minus 2. Then they want nth term, which is A plus n minus 1 into D, which is 3 plus n minus 1 into minus 2. 3 minus 2n plus 2. So that is minus 2n plus 5. So this way we find the questions, we get the answers for the questions that has been asked. This particular question is very important. To watch the video again and try.